think I've been coming to this event on and off about 15 years. First as a VC, and then about 10 years ago as a startup. I think after 10 years, I can't really call it a startup anymore. Although we're not fundraising, I thought it might be interesting to sort of share the journey a little bit. Just for those who don't know me, I'm Robert, and what the company does is we developed a whole bunch of software to develop, deploy, fund, and manage solar on schools, and then we use the revenue from that to then provide young people with energy literacy and decarbonization experience. And the view at the time, and still is, that one of the most powerful lobbies towards our generation is our children, and most of them are not getting any education around energy literacy. And if we provide that, and we do that for a sustainable method, the solar panels will then get some progress. And that's what we're doing. As I said, I'm not fundraising, but we are looking for technology partners who want to test their products on some of the schools that we're working with, and we may be raising more money in the future. Wanted to show you the slide I presented 6 years ago when I was fundraising. Typical hockey stick, you recognize the shape. And at the time, we had some traction. We were growing at sort of 100, 150% year on year. We progressed, or prognosed, to continue growing at that rate and raise money on the back of that. And now you want to see reality? Quite a lot slower. 2019, COVID, schools had other things to worry about than putting solar panels on their roof. That lasted well into 2021. That's the bad news. On the other hand, you get some good news too, which you can't forecast. Good news for us, maybe, not so good for the Ukraine. But energy prices spiked and interest went up too. Then we've been gradually growing since. We are now profitable. I mean, this last year was horrible because the government decided they wanted to do solar and announced that they were going to give away free solar, which of course meant our sales pipeline then sort of dried up as they waited for that to happen. The good news is that we then got a government contract to actually install a lot of that, and the government is now heading in the right direction in terms of a longer-term strategy that's stable. Our pipeline for this year is better than it's ever been, and we are profitable, and it's a lovely place to be. I was telling a former VC friend, or friend who is still a VC, that had I known 10 years ago what I know now about this business, I'd have never have started it. On the other hand, where I am now with this business, I'm not going to sell it either. I love it. But it just takes a very long time sometimes, and you don't know what's coming along the way. Someone once said that the funny thing about overnight success is that it takes a very long time to get to that night. I'm still waiting for that night. Anyway, at the moment we've got about 400 schools where we deployed solar on. It's about 30 megawatts, and a number of countries. Our focus is mainly the UK. And we are starting to make progress with people like the Department of Education in the UK, who are working with us to roll out a PPA third-party funded model across their schools. The National Grid's been extremely helpful. They've been providing about $500,000 of sort of top-up funding that we then combine with crowdfunding to then fund these systems. So it's heading in the right way, but as my very bad joke goes, it takes 20 people to put solar on a school, 1 person to install it, and 19 people to get out of the way first. We're getting very, very good at getting people out of the way. We use software to do that. We use a lot of software, like some of the ones that was mentioned before, in terms of developing it and designing the systems. On the back of that, we've also built some funder management software to manage all our investors, over 1,200. Then an asset management platform to control and manage them and control when we visit them, how we deliver the education to them, and how well the systems are performing. That then links into the education portal where the students can then see what's going on, and the teachers can download lesson plans, and we can coordinate how we then show them how to use our education app. In terms of AI, and I guess that's one of the reasons I'm here, I want to see what's going on in AI. We've been using AI internally for our own development and our own processes, and in the future we're starting to roll out, or want to roll out AI, combining it with weather data to spot gradual decline, and also to improve how our workflow management goes on. And we're also toying with how we might be able to use AI in better managing our teams. So that's a little overview. In terms of what I'm here for, I'm interested in finding companies who've got technology that we could deploy on schools, and I've talked to a few of you, and also experience of how others are using AI. Thank you.